How close is too close? Well, this question comes to us from Mario in Australia. He says, "Hey Paul, I'm lucky enough to have a dedicated room for 2-channel setup." Me too. I've played around with different placements for my speakers and subwoofers and have found the rule of thirds that I've spoken about to my ears sounds best. However, I'm wondering if I'm too close to the speakers. The length of my room is approximately 6 meters, which was that, 18 feet. And the speakers are 2 meters off the front wall, the listening chair's 2 meters away from them, and then the chair is 2 meters off the back wall. Typical third, third, third is what he's talking about. I spaced out the speakers so they create an equilateral triangle from the tweeters to my ears. Is the listening chair set up too close to the speakers? Well, that is a very common question, and I am writing and have written and finished. I'm just waiting for our people at Octave Records to finish the CD that goes with the Audiophiles Guide. So maybe by the time you're seeing this, it's going to be out, and we'll have more information on the Audiophiles Guide. You can get it on Amazon when it's available. Just, every once in a while go to Amazon and just look, the Audiophiles Guide. And it obviously is written by me. But in there, we talk all about that. So let's go over. First off, Mario is not incorrect. This room is not set up in thirds, though it's sort of in thirds. So the rule of thirds is pretty simple. It says that generally speaking, if you set up a room, you want to divide it into 3 sections so that the seats are 1/3 from the wall that is behind me, and the speakers are 1/3 the distance out here. And that's a good starting point. But what and you can make that work. And I could be closer and I could be farther away. So how did I determine where this seat in this room is supposed to be? I used a method that we describe in the Audiophiles Guide. So in the Audiophiles Guide, we talk about one of the most important things, believe it or not, is not imaging, but bass. Okay? Bass. So the problem in any room is almost always going to be bass. So when those big woofers back there start cranking out, or even in Mario's instance, I doubt he has an IRS-5, but whatever speakers he has and whatever speakers you have, those speakers have bass. And when long wavelength, low frequency sound come out of speakers, they bunch up in the room and they cause these things called standing waves. So, and if you're playing bass notes and you walk back and forth in the room as you're listening, you'll hear these bunches where the bass note is really loud right here, and then I move maybe 1 foot here, and now it's gone. And then I move over here, it's perfect. And then here, it's too loud, right? So in the Audiophiles Guide, there's you buy the book and the CD, or it's an essay CD. And it's got a lot of great recordings on it. I can't wait for you to hear it. And one of those is a very long track of Chris Brunhaver, our speaker designer, going boom, 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 up and down the scale, right? So the bottom, what you wind up doing is you put that on and you start walking the room and listening. And you'll find a point somewhere along here. I found that point right there using this very same technique, but wherever you find it, where the bass going up and down in frequency is perfect. It's about as even and flat as you're going to get. That's where your speaker goes, or that's where your chair goes, okay? And that's what I did here. This point is perfect for the bass. If I move a little bit too far this way, the bass, it gets wonky, it gets out of whack. So that's how you determine where your listening chair is. Then you adjust using toe in, and we go through that in the book. to get the imaging right and how far apart the speakers are, creating that triangle, and there's a lot to it. But we all go through that in the book. And so at some point, Mario, hopefully, maybe, I'm guessing, late December, this is 2020, see, got my mask, so you know it's 2020, the shit show we call 2020. Sorry, guys. Look for the book, The Audiophile's Guide, by moi. Okay, thanks, hope that helped a little bit. You'll get there. Talk to you later.